Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants franchise, the series where we play the Cowboys every episode. We are starting a new season today, and I like the draft we put together in the last offseason. We've made a lot of changes to this skill position group on offense the last 2 years. Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney, and Michael Thomas are now all gone, and Deion Myers is the newest playmaker to join the team, replacing Michael Thomas. The hope is that he will develop into a very good slot receiver, even if that's not where he's best early in his career, because he's a better deep route runner, but really good release, probably a better fit outside. I don't know exactly what's going to happen today as far as his role, but I better figure it out. The episode started. Here's Patrick Perkins, our second pick. Really like the addition of another athletic, high upside defensive lineman who has hidden development. We had hidden dev, first 2 picks, so that's already a pretty solid draft, I'd have to say. Maybe a couple more contributors down the board as time goes on, but we're getting on to the new season now. We still have preseason and the undrafted signings, and we'll go through this stuff pretty quick. All right, we're going to kick things off with the undrafted signing of Adam McDaniel, who is really just going to be a blocking tight end. Nice to have a player like this on the roster to develop. We're also going to sign Tim Davis from FAU. He's a 21-year-old right tackle who is pretty strong, but is better suited as a pass blocker, it looks like. He has good pass block finesse and power for a 63 overall undrafted player. I like my backups to be better in the passing game. Next up, we're going to bring in a corner. This is Derek Gore from Notre Dame, 6'2", 180, good size. A lot of corners with this size and decent speed end up being man cover players, but he's actually zone oriented, so I think that's pretty interesting, and I like that skill set. We're signing wide receiver Malik James out of North Texas, who I think will be another slot development player we can either have on the practice squad or bottom of the roster. Just the role we want to have some players ready for after losing Michael Thomas. And here are the focus players that I want developing here early on. We have our first 2 draft picks, Myers and Perkins, then new starting safety Nick Gresham, Warren Griffith, who is now in his second year at tight end, David Camp. Edge is one of those tricky spots where we have 2 good starters, but Ojulari is paid a lot of money. I don't know how much longer he's going to be on the team, and I haven't done a good enough job developing the edges behind those 2 yet. All right, it was a 3-0 preseason here for the Giants, and Tyler Hunter is the new backup quarterback and seems to have played well during these 3 games. I like where his ratings are at. He has a pretty strong arm. It's at least average. I know 90 doesn't seem like average, but the range in this game is really 80 to 99. So that splits the difference. Travis Etienne joins the team. I liked Etienne a ton at Clemson. I was actually cheering for the Jaguars to take him after taking Trevor Lawrence in the first round, just to keep those 2 together. And he did not play in his rookie season, and the Jaguars also barely played last season to begin with. So hopefully it works better in year 2 for Etienne. But here with us, I just like him as a good backup running back. I mean, there's a nice high floor with these ratings. He has a nice juke and spin. I wonder if his speed has gone down, because I'm pretty sure he was drafted higher than 89. But I'm a big Etienne fan, and he'll replace Austin Eckler from last season. Then at receiver, so Pat Stallworth has been on the team and occasionally makes a catch, and I have to remember, all right, who wears that number again? It's Pat Stallworth. So with no Michael Thomas, we're going to need some more depth here at the position. Jason Weaver is now a starter. Pat Stallworth isn't a great route runner, but you see everything else that can get you excited about him. Warren Griffith did a good job as well. Nice to see that production. I don't think it'll be too long before he's getting even more snaps at tight end. His overall is about the same right now as Jawan Johnson. For the offensive line, I have no major concerns. I like what we've constructed. And defensively, 2.5 sacks for Antonio Golson. Frank Sermon gets 1. Forget about Frank Sermon oftentimes. Drafted him, I want to say, pretty high. 3rd round pick? Yeah, not all 3rd round picks are going to pan out. And obviously Sermon hasn't to this point. 2 interceptions for Jabril Peppers, who is set to become a backup after 2 years of heavy regression. And now the injuries. We have one player, and that is Frank Sermon, who will miss the start of the season. As I mentioned, one spot to keep an eye on here is going to be receiver. One player at 89, nobody else in the 80s. Pat Stallworth right now is the 4th receiver, and Jalen Steele is the 5th, and he's kind of the backup for that deep threat role with his 94 speed and 78 deep route running. We have made a trade with the Miami Dolphins, and we have sent them Marquise Barton. They actually had high interest in him. And we have traded for Ernest Black, a defensive tackle. The D-line has just not been deep going into the season, not as much as usual. I had to add some more players. I knew I'd have to sign somebody. I want Daquan Byrd to start. Obviously, there's Quandre Holt and then Dexter Lawrence. Perkins can develop, and then Ernest Black. So, Ernest Black actually has star dev. And I threw in the 6th round pick to close the gap there with the overalls, and I knew I was getting a star dev player in return. But they actually took a 1st round defensive tackle this year, so I think this makes sense for both sides. But obviously, I just like having a really good run stopper in the middle, and he can fill that role perfectly. Obviously, it's going to only be as a backup right now, and we'll actually upgrade his pass rushing because everything else is in a nice spot. But it's possibly a longer term move. He's under contract for 2 years. We could use a 7th defensive lineman then, just for more depth, and Raymond Johnson III. We've been familiar with him, so let's bring him back. Interesting, Calvin Ridley is still available. And this is why you keep the extra cap space going into the season if you want to make a move like this. I think that we could use another veteran on the team. So we are signing Calvin Ridley. You know, I wonder if we could play Warren Griffith at fullback at all. I mean, he moves really well. 84 speed, 86 acceleration. He obviously has a good overall rating for this role. So could he play fullback and tight end? Like, if we go to the I formation, who do you want leading the way? His lead block is a little bit lower than Daniel Clifford, but I think I want to try this. Now, the plan for Calvin Ridley isn't to really start him and play him a ton. I still want Weaver and Myers to play, but just like if there's an injury or something, I don't want somebody else to sign Ridley before we get the chance and then have to make a trade for somebody. Because if Rashawn Graham gets hurt today, I would be panicking. So here are the final transactions then. Move some players to different positions. And Marquise Barton I traded because we've developed another backup tackle. So I felt really good about that. And here are the practice squad signings. Nothing too out of the ordinary. So here's how things look as we get ready for the new season. Some question marks here at receiver, but a lot of talent. I'm excited about it still. A good offensive line here protecting Brian Petrovsky, that's for sure. And then defensively, still have a really talented front seven. Hope the pass rushers can step it up a bit this season. And then a change at safety. No longer do we have Jabril Peppers starting. Hoping to see Isaiah Cunningham also take that next step. Felt like last year was solid, a really good year 2. We'll see what year 3 brings. Now, we don't open against the Cowboys this year, and I was thinking about just simming past week 1 until I saw the opponent, and it's the defending Super Bowl champions. The Minnesota Vikings won the Super Bowl a year ago. I'm not sure how they pulled it off, but they did so with a rookie quarterback, Doug Moore. This is a great way to start the season as we take on a Vikings team that typically doesn't end up being very good in franchise, but they have the right quarterback, and that seems to make the difference. Doug Moore, really accurate on the medium throws specifically, like 12 higher than deep, 15 higher than short. That's interesting. they still have Dalvin Cook, but they do not have... Wow, that's right. Oh, wow. They don't have Justin Jefferson anymore. So they brought in Michael Thomas, and he's going to play us today. Wow. So a fantastic storyline there. We're taking on the Super Bowl champions. Michael Thomas went to 3 Super Bowls with us, now plays against us today. An actual good offensive line for the Vikings with a good quarterback. Thought I'd never see today. This is a nice Vikings team. They don't have a lot of elite players. Secondary is a bit lacking, but they have a lot of really good players. Here it is, the season opener with the champion Vikings. Unbelievable. Now they lose their top playmaker, Justin Jefferson. How does year 2 with Doug Moore go for Minnesota? Hard to top a year ago, but Minnesota will try. And meanwhile, we're trying to get back to the Super Bowl. I mean, we were there 3 years representing the NFC, and the Vikings broke that streak. But they didn't play us in that playoff run as the Cowboys knocked us out. So here we are, Vikings and Giants, the game we did not get last season. And Doug Moore is going to open in the air. He swings it out to Dalvin Cook, and that's a gain of 3. Michael Thomas will wear number 12, and I imagine we'll be seeing him before too long. And it's Moore pressured. He's going way back and going down. That is Dexter Lawrence, way back at the 15. So it's a 3rd and 20 on the opening drive. And more pressure, and down goes Moore. It's Ojulari picking up his first of the season. I tried talking up that Viking offensive line, but they did not look good on that drive. First down, New York Giants, and a play fake to start the season. Open downfield, a catch for Rashawn Graham. He has risen up the depth chart with this team, and now is the number 1 guy that we really need to stay healthy and have a really big season. 1st and 10. More play action. Now Petrovsky works out to his left, and he's going to fire one wildly, and it's intercepted inside the 5. Why did he throw that football? Well, Tyson is wearing Graham's number. Maybe that's what he saw, the big 1-7 downfield. Oh, what was that? I thought he was going to get sacked or just scramble. This is a lot worse. Tried to get Deion Myers, and Myers is going to play the slot here right away. I just want to see how it goes. Oh, yeah, that's right. They already have the football. All right, Thomas just made his first catch. We missed it, but he's there. Number 12 inside right. Not right because we're looking at it from the broadcast angle, but this is Dalvin Cook making a move outside, out to the 44. It's a gain of 20. So even in his 30s, Dalvin still has the shiftiness and those jukes that make him so dangerous. Ball at the 44. Now Moore goes play fake. They actually protect him too. And he'll dump it off for a minimal pickup. Offset eye for Minnesota. This is 3rd down and 3. Moore throws it quick, and he's lucky that wasn't intercepted. There's that lower short accuracy factoring in. Who's scoring the first touchdown of the season? I'm saying it's going to be Jason Weaver. He's going to make a big play, and he's scoring our first points of the year. This is a big spot, though, for Weaver, getting a chance to be the full-time starter. And essentially now he's playing that Kadarius Toney role, and I just felt like Toney was never great at the deep threat stuff. 3rd and 4, downfield, caught again by Graham. I mean, it's just a highlight reel anytime he is targeted. So many great catches downfield and great throws. These two are such a good match. We fake it to Towns on 1st down. Petrovsky will not escape to Neil Hunter. Second and long on the outside. It's Graham once again. He can make big plays down the field, flashy catches along the sideline, but also just do the possession receiver thing on second and long. 54 yards for him already, and it's 3rd and 3. Petrovsky fires complete, and there's the first catch for Jawan Johnson. Pretty impressive start for this Giants passing game, and now Warren Griffith is in there, helping lead the way, and Towns is going nowhere. 3rd and short, we go empty backfield, pass caught Jawan Johnson to move the sticks. Will it be another season where Johnson's practically uncoverable? We'll see. Weaver to the right, 1st and 10. This is Tavares Towns, and he muscles his way beyond the 15 for 5. The Giants go empty. It is 3rd and 5. Vikings crank up the pressure. Petrovsky is sacked again. Nice time to bring the blitz, and we'll be kicking a field goal. Still waiting on that first touchdown. Minnesota takes over. They fake it and then give it to Dalvin Cook, and that's a gain of 4. Ball at the Viking 29. More Dalvin, and that's Jason Quinton, who I felt like down the stretch a year ago struggled in the running game, especially against the big backs, and Cook has decent size. 3rd and 7. They pick up the blitz, and Moore completes it well shy of the marker. So both offenses getting stopped here on their first couple of possessions. Minnesota really not moving the football well through the air yet. First quarter winding down. Giants have it, and that's a catch for Rashawn Graham. It's been a busy start for him. I don't think any other receiver has made a catch yet, 1 quarter into the season. Wonder how good Kansas City's going to be this year. I kind of forgot about them for a minute. That's intercepted. He forced it to Weaver. Back the other way, and the stop is made. But that is the 2nd interception by Brian Petrovsky, and they have been really bad decisions. This one maybe not as bad as the first one. But the Vikings now get the short field, looking for their first points of this new season. Here's a fake to Dalvin Cook. Moore steps up and then settles. Dalvin driving ahead through Cunningham. Doug Moore, 22 yards out. He's going down again. It's Azeez Ojulari. Already 2 sacks. These are good tackles, too. It's Darisaw and O'Neal in the mid to high 80s. We're winning that battle. 3rd and long. Lawrence got there. It's Dalvin Cook to the 25 to set up whoever their kicker is these days. So it's been a very evenly played game so far. Let's simulate a little bit as the Giants take over. Some short throws, a few yards at a time here for Towns, but we stall at our own 40. So far, it seems like it'll be a slow day for the running game. And that might go for both teams. Playing the field position game now. 7 to Towns. 3rd and short. Okay, Graham gets us 15. Let's jump back into the offense now at the 31 of Minnesota. A receiver other than Rashawn Graham has yet to make a catch until that right there. A nice grab for Jason Weaver. Still waiting on the rookie number 10, Deion Myers. He's slot left here. It's a run to Towns. For whatever reason, it's just not opening up. 3rd and 3 for Petrovsky, and he's got Graham inside the 5, and the Giants have it goal to go. So I no longer feel so good about Weaver having the first touchdown. It is Towns stacked up on the outside, averaging just 3 yards a carry. What if it's Warren Griffith as a fullback? 2nd down, and powering through one tackler. That is not enough. Skull chant picking up steam here for Minnesota. They want the red zone stop. Press on the outside. Petrovsky in trouble. That's Daniil Hunter, and there's no running away from him. You know, I talked about who is scoring the first touchdown, but you gotta wonder if there will be a touchdown in this game. 6-3, almost done here in the first half, and Moore dumps it off again to Dalvin Cook. So he seems more than willing to just take those short yards underneath. He's already hit Dalvin 5 times. The Viking receivers have not been all that active today. Second down. Now the deep ball from Doug Moore. He clearly heard me, but that's out of bounds. 3rd and 6, Minnesota. Moore opens it up again. One-handed catch at the sideline. Vikings at midfield. This is Moore chased on 2nd down, and he just does not know what to do when that pressure gets through. 4 first-half sacks against a good offensive line. That's what this team has been all about. So the Vikings basically conceding this possession, but we do use a timeout. Don't count us out yet. All right, is 38 seconds too much time for Brian Petrovsky? Uh-oh, Daniil Hunter is there, and Hal Reed is having a terrible first half. Well, that's it. The defensive lines have really controlled this game. There have been like 8 sacks in the game already. Those are hard to overcome. Neither team's been able to do it very well, so we're here without a touchdown going into the 3rd quarter. And the Giants will have it here to open. And this is Travis Etienne across the 20-yard line, setting us up. 177 yards to this point for the Giants, most of that through the air. Towns right side, spinning off contact, nice run. Straight ahead with Towns, he muscles through the first defender, and he's got the first down. Petrovsky to the air on 2nd down, and this is into trouble and incomplete. And now Weaver is hurt. Wow. Wide receiver injuries is one of the things that I don't think this team can really handle this season. 3rd and 7. This one's going long. Separation. Touchdown. Rashawn Graham. You can throw it to this guy at any point on the field. How many ways have we seen him win today as a receiver? He's become the complete package. There was a time when he wasn't a very good downfield receiver, and I featured that in an episode. It took him a really long time to make his first 40-yard catch, and now he does them on a regular basis. It's thankfully not a serious injury for Weaver, but I do think we're going to see Calvin Ridley play more in this episode now. Well, there's the first touchdown. It goes to wide receiver 1. And the Vikings have it. Doug Moore. He's got to get out of there quickly before Golson brings him down. They can't stop us, baby. The chaos up front caused by this front 4 continues. 3rd and long, Minnesota yet again. Moore gets it away. Dalvin a long way to go, and he won't get there. So now the question is, can Minnesota keep this manageable? They haven't moved the football well, and we just had our best drive of the day. Nice job by Towns. Injury for Minnesota. Callaway is one of their better players. Things are not looking good here for the defending champions. And the team that in my lifetime has had a lot of success against the Giants, other than one game I don't want to talk about. Petrovsky jets down the sideline for 31. We haven't seen him take off like that in a long time. For a long run, that's sweet. 13-3. And starting to pull away in this one, that's Rashawn Graham, trying to be NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 8, 167, and 1. There was a time when Graham looked like a bust. Just have to stay patient. It's 3rd and short New York, and we're going empty. We know we can throw it, and we got the conversion. That is such a cocky play call. Not even lining up a running back in the backfield. 3rd and 1, and we're going to tell you what we're going to do. Now we fake it to Towns on 1st down. Caught by Johnson. He takes off inside the 20, and the Vikings get to him at the 4-yard line. The big plays are adding up for New York. And now they're eyeing touchdown number 2. This is 1st and goal with Towns getting in for touchdown number 1 this season. Giants pulling away fast. It's Doug Moore with the Vikings down 17. He gets it away, complete. Up to the 45. That's a big throw, and they need a lot more of those. This feels like a drive where they really have to get a touchdown to get back in this game. Moore drifting back and taken down. It's Lawrence. Moore on 2nd down at the sideline. He's intercepted. What a play by Asante Samuel Jr. Got both feet down, and the Giants have their first takeaway. He's trying to get it over the top, but there was just no room. Play fake to Towns. Where's this one going? Petrovsky slings it complete to Jawan Johnson. 275 yards. We fake it to Towns on 1st and 10. Now resetting and finding the open man. Rayshawn Graham. Down at the Viking 15. Today the football has been going to all the familiar faces. Not so much with the new receivers. 1st and 10. Panicking. Firing incomplete into the end zone. 3rd and 11 now for Petrovsky, and this pass is hauled in for the touchdown. That is Jawan Johnson. The Vikings can't cover him, and the Giants now have 3 third-quarter touchdowns, and this one's looking over. Oh, unfortunately, I simulated Deion Myers' first career reception. 22 yards here in the 4th quarter. Giants trying to add on even more. This went from this defensive field goal fest to just the Giants track meet here in the 2nd half. Tavares Towns, 1st down on carry number 20. Should probably get ETN in there for the remainder of the game. Tavares Towns getting 6 more, maybe a couple extra. And Emmanuel Adkins now shaken up. And now all the backups are in. Well, most of them anyway, including Tyler Hunter for the first time. Wearing number 8, Hunter steps up and he's going to run this inside the 20. Kind of looked a little slow there accelerating, but he does have some scrambling ability. Going to see Travis Etienne there in the backfield. He runs it straight ahead for about 4. 4th and 1, going for it with the backups. This is what it's all about. And that is a 1st down run for Bobby Webster. 4th round selection, right? Or was it 3rd? I took him in that range. And he'll get some carries as well, but back to ETN now. That's a couple more, but going backwards. 17 yards out, big opening now, and taking off inside the 10 is Bobby Webster. A play fake on 3rd down. Hunter scans, buys time, and goes down. It's Smiley. So we're going to have a dominant victory to begin the season. I imagine we'll move at a faster rate, more simmed games this year, but this was obviously one to jump into. I usually watch every week 1, but especially one against the defending champs. Debuting some new players, that's always a lot of fun. But we'll see what happens here this season, trying to get back to the Super Bowl. And at least for Minnesota, it's not a promising opening to their campaign. Doug Moore on first down, intercepted, and this is going to be a touchdown. The Giants will pour it on as Braxton Babber has a pick six. Jumping ahead into the Vikings' next possession, which could be their final. Oh my, their play count is astoundingly low. Nice catch on the outside, and that's against Samuel, surprisingly. Michael Thomas. He can still get it done, but he cannot close a 34-point gap here for the Vikings. It is a run to Dalvin Cook and a touchdown. Or not. From the 1-yard line, it is Dalvin losing one now. And that was Perkins on the stop, the rookie second-round pick. Do we have a goal line stand in us here? Can we really pull that off? Second and goal, Minnesota. Dalvin stuffed again. Are the Vikings really not scoring a touchdown today? Third down, wanting to throw, open, touchdown. That was the third read there for Doug Moore. And Minnesota gets to the end zone at last. 1-0 to start the season. We win big against the Vikings. 37-10 is the final. Team looked really good on both sides of the football. I wish there was more to say about like the replacements here at receiver, but Weaver got hurt and the ball just went to Rashawn Graham and Jawan Johnson almost every play. So we saw that there was a simmed catch for Deion Myers, and that was ultimately his only of the day. Weaver, 1 catch, 6 yards. Should be back next week. Hal Reed, yeah, he struggled in the first half, but at least things got better in the second. Ooh, a tandem breakout for next episode. I have to think that involves Rashawn Graham. He's only at star development, so it would make some sense. But the Giants are 1-0. We have an injury coming out of that game. At the very end there, Raymond Johnson tore his labrum, so he will miss the next 3. From here, I just plan on simulating some games and seeing what stories end up playing out. I don't think we'll actually end up watching the tandem breakout here against the Cardinals. We've already watched week 1. We want to move at a faster pace, and we're going to wait for an interesting game or storyline to start taking place. Well, that's a great way to kick off the new season. I hope you all enjoyed the episode today. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought of the season opener for the Giants, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.